intercepted, running up the field, and that is Minkah Fitzpatrick.
He has been an absolute difference maker.
Minkah, the organization obviously made it a priority to get this contract extension worked out. The fans wanted it very badly. Why was it important to you to extend and continue your career with the Steelers?
Yeah, Pittsburgh is a great organization. I've had a lot of success the last few years. Still learning, still growing. I'm comfortable, but also challenged at the same time with being here. And I think it's a healthy environment for myself, for my family, for our future. So we just wanted to get it done. Wanted to get it done before camp, knock it out the way. So there was no interference in that sense in preparation. So we're happy, we're blessed, we're fortunate to have gotten it done when we did, and now we're just ready to handle business.
You mentioned you're still growing. How are you different as a player and maybe as a person from the guy the Steelers traded for in 2019?
I think I'm a whole lot more just aware of the player that I am. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. I think at that time I was still finding out who I was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even play the position that I got traded for until I got to Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really play any free safety until I got here. So I was still learning, still developing, still learning the defense, you know what I'm saying, as I was playing. So I never got to really solidify and find out my identity as a player. And I think right now I know who I am. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses. I really found a good routine in my study, in my tape, and with the Hubble coach TA, Grady, all those guys helping me out and challenging me. So I think the only difference is I know who I am as a player. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. I know what I need to get better at and really focus on.
Who are you? Are you comfortable talking about that guy, that player?
I think I'm an athletic guy, a versatile guy, a guy that uses his IQ along with the athleticism and versatility. If you ask anybody about me on the team, they'll say I'm a passionate guy, and I love what I do. So I think that just trickles over into every single area of how I play the game. So I think, like I said, I'm an athlete who's smart and loves the game, and I think those are who I am.
A couple of us in the media spoke with Terrell Edmunds and Cam Sutton during mandatory veteran mini camp, and Edmunds said that you were impactful even though you weren't practicing 11 on 11. Cam Sutton said that your presence was felt. How did you make sure your presence was felt, and was that a priority for you while you were getting this stuff worked out?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a priority for me because I didn't want guys to think that I was shut off, that I was just lax and sitting back and enjoying the ride. I was still working out on my own, challenging myself, and I was watching every single play, taking a mental rep every single play. If I seen something, I'll coach a guy up, and if I seen something I liked, I'll take a mental note of it and put it in my back pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely important for me to show the other guys that I'm locked in, even though I'm not on the field with them, practicing full speed. That I wanted them to know that I'm committed to winning. I'm committed to challenging not just myself but everybody around me to a high standard. So I tried to do that and just be present and be vocal when I could be, and but also let the guys that were on the field do what they got to do. So
there's been some changes since last season. How do you see the defense coming together in general and in the secondary in particular?
I think last year, we were getting beat on our own mistakes. We were doing things that we normally didn't do, lack of details, and I think that came from just a lack of preparation in the way that we didn't take our preparation as serious as we should. Even where we're at now is light years ahead of where we were this time last year. You know what I'm saying? And just in the sense of the seriousness in which we're approaching the details of the game and playing certain looks at the offense gives us in motions and jets and all this other stuff. And I think guys, now that we're aware of how much we lacked it, we're also aware of how much we need to focus on it. So I think that having last year, a year like we did, where we weren't at our best, helped us out and revealed what we needed to focus on. I think that's what we're doing.
We've also got some changes on the defensive staff. Terrell Austin has been here, but now he's the defensive coordinator. And Brian Flores, a guy that you probably know as well, if not better than anybody around here, has been added to the staff. How do you see those guys impacting what takes place?
Yeah, TA's a real smart guy. He was our DB coach since I got here. I think that was his first year. Was the year I got traded here. He's a really smart guy. He's been in DC in the league already, has had success in the league already. He brings a different perspective, you know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't been rooted in Pittsburgh Steelers, defense for a long time. So he brings another perspective, and him and Coach T are two great minds that just feed off of each other consistently. And he's fun to play for. He played the game. He loves the game, and he's passionate about it. So it's easy to play for a guy like him. And Brian Flores, another guy. He's been a head coach before. He's had success in the league before, and in other roles. And he's a smart guy. He lives to a high standard, moves to a high standard, and he expects everybody to do the same. And I think having a guy like him in the room, just in the defensive room, is good for us for sure.
Every defensive player coach I talked to this spring talked about the run defense and how it wasn't what you guys wanted or envisioned last year. How do you get that where you want it?
It obviously starts with the front. Having a healthy front, having a dominant front, a physical front. Is going to help us pushing the line of scrimmage on the offensive side of the line of scrimmage is going to be big. That's something that we lacked last year just because of our depth. But I think now that we got Tyson back, we drafted well, and Cam is also healthy. I think we'll be solid again.
You've got the defending AFC champs in your division. Is that a good thing? Just focus on that, and if you beat the Bengals, you should be able to beat everybody else?
Yeah, I think whoever's in front of us, that's who we got to play. You know what I'm saying? That's who we got to face. Obviously, an extra chip that they're going to have on their shoulder and an extra target they're going to have on their back. But, when we line up from anybody in the league, we see them as a Coach T likes to say, a nameless gray face. And that's no disrespect. It's not minimizing who they are, but it's saying that no matter who they are, no matter who's in front of you, you got to approach them as an NFL player, as a guy who gets paid to be a professional football player. You know what I'm saying? And that means you approach it at your A++ game, no matter who's in front of you. So if it's Cincinnati, the defending AFC North champs or AFC champs, or a team that went 0-16, we're approaching the game the same way, and that's in a dominant, no give type way.
Minkah, appreciate the time. We'll look forward to seeing you at St. Vincent College.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.